What's going on, guys? Randy's here. We're back with another video. This is a haul video from the last 2 weeks. Some books I picked up at local LCS. Some books I got super cheap off of Whatnot. I did get a good steal on eBay. And 2 or 3 books I got from my buddy Rob. So it's kind of a mix, an assortment. There's only roughly 8 to 10 books here. And I just want to share this with you. And we're back. We're about to get into these killer books, killer steals, killer deals. Let's go. There's no particular order or anything. So some might have price tags too. Don't worry about that. I got to change a lot of these bags and boards out. So right here we have the Incredible Hulk 234, guys. 234. Those of you that remember, this book was hot, I think about 2 years ago. So right here we got the Incredible Hulk 234. This came out April 1979. This is a Roger Stern story. Sal Buscema and Jack Abel art. Al Milgrom cover. And Marvel Man changes his name to Quasar. So it's the first Quasar, guys. And I got this book for $2, guys. $2. So that price might not be up too far. So next up, Transformers #1. Another one for the collection. Not my collection though. So this is Transformers #1. Bill Mantlo and Ralph Macchio story. Frank Springer and Kim DeMolder art. Bill Sienkiewicz cover. This came out September 1984. This is the origin and first comic appearance of the Autobots and the Decepticons, the Transformers. So this isn't a high grade. You could see the wear and tear, the little blunt corners. There are some, not too bad on that side. Let's see the bottom. Oh, no, that's just the look. Just got some spine ticks. And that side, other than that, it's not, it's just, that's it, just that side. So either way, a mid-grade copy is still probably like 75, 80 bucks, I think. And if I remember correctly, I got this one off of eBay. And you could probably still see sold listings. It was like 2 weeks ago or something. I want to say I won this for $25, guys, 25. So that was a steal all day. So that'll be available for sale. Next up I thought I had 2 books here. Maybe that's for a next video. This was one of 2 books that I purchased from a buddy of mine. And he was having a Instagram live sale. I'll leave his info down here if I remember. My buddy Andrew, and he already sells books crazy price too. Like I had my buddy I tell you about, Rob, with his 80%. My buddy gets the fair market value grades, prices, and then he goes another 10-15% under, guys, when he does his live sales. So check him out. It's on Instagram, and then you can follow him from there when he does his sales. This is, and I got this for it. So this is X-Men 130. This came out February 1980. This is a newsstand. Chris Claremont and John Byrne story. John Byrne and Terry Austin art. John Romita Jr. and Terry Austin cover. First appearance of Dazzler, Allison Blair. Second appearance of Sebastian Shaw, Mastermind, and Emma Frost appearance. So this is a lower grade, a high lower grade. So you see, we got, like a dog ear, a flap. We got a little piece missing here. And then not really too bad on there. Not too bad. So you got that. You can see it right there, the piece missing. And then the other big thing is why it's a low grade. It's because of that piece right there, guys. Other than that, look at this book. It's really not that bad at all. So he was putting this book at, I think he said, I don't know if he said a 2.530 question mark or he did a 3035 question mark. I can't remember because I ripped the tags off. But I won this book. He had it priced at 30. Did he have it priced at 30 or 25? Oh, I can't remember. It was either priced at 30 and then after it didn't sell for that, he lowered it $5. So it was either the 25 or 30. And I bought it when it was the extra 5 down. I was like, and I looked it up beforehand. I said, even in a 2.5, I said, this is like a $50, $60 book, a 2.530. And I said, no one's willing to pay 25 for this? I said, you could double your money. I'm a smart man. That's how the hobby pays for itself, baby. You get the deals, you're patient, and that's how it goes. Next up is a beautiful, beautiful copy of The Amazing Spider-Man 361. This is the first appearance of Carnage. This came out April 1992. This is a newsstand edition. This is a David Michelinie story, Mark Bagley and Randy Emberlin cover. Mark Bagley and Randy Emberlin cover and art, and the first full appearance of Carnage. So that's just a rip tag, but look how clean this book is. Super, super high grade, guys. I'm either gonna sell it raw as is, or I'm gonna wait till Terrificon and have Bagley, David, and Emberlin all do remarks and sign this, and then I'll just submit it and whatever comes back. But that's a beautiful, beautiful book. Where did I get this? I got this at, I call it my second LCS because it's the next one, the opposite direction from me. He had this marked at $70, guys. 70. Look up what, you see how minty this is. Look at this. I mean, just look up a 9.4. Actually, you guys are seeing it right now. You just saw it. So, that's insane, guys. Insane. All right, this was cool. We just did the show, King Khan, and it was a great show. I don't have footage from there. It was busy. My nephew Will helped me. My friend Andrew helped me. But it was a phenomenal show. We did great. And I did have a trade. Someone came in looking for an Uncanny X-Men 142. I had, I think, a 9.4 or 9.6 copy. I had 2 copies. I think they were both 9.6 as a matter of fact. And I think they were around 160, 175, whatever fair market was. It was like somewhere around there for a 9.6. And he said he has this raw copy and he wanted a trade. And I said, let me look at it. I was like, all right, this is a higher mid-grade, like a 7, maybe a 7.5 after clean. I was like, all right. I said, I need a raw copy because I have 2 9.6s, and I said, just pay the rest cash. So I looked this up. I said, all right, the book's about, it says it's about $60. And he's like, yeah, that seems right. And I noticed the price on the back. And look at what his price said. It said $65. So he was happy by trading $65 for the $100 book. So it was, I think he gave me $95 cash and this book for that. But look at this. So this was worth $60 fair market value. But it has Claremont signature, guys. I just added this here. So there it is. There's the price on that one, $100. Again, these were priced, King Khan was March, oh my God, I don't even, was it March 22nd? Whatever that Saturday was. So already 3 weeks passed, so it could have went down, but at the time this was $60. He had it he bought this for $65, but I said, what's Claremont signature? And that's Claremont all day, guys. There's no question about it, but I'm happy to have this. It was a fair trade. I thought that was cool. I wasn't sure if I was gonna sell it or just keep it. I mean, I have a lot of stuff, but It's cool having a signature raw. I don't have too many of that. I turn my stuff into the yellow labels. But anyway, next up I have, let's do these two. We have Akira #5. I don't know too much about this book. I know my nephew's into manga and likes all that. I know that #1 is the more valuable one. I think #5 is valuable, and then like I think there's like 42 issues, 43, something like that. Then the last 3 or 4 are pretty pricey too, like 40, 60 bucks. But I did get this in another book off a Whatnot sale, and I paid 40 bucks total, that's shipped, for issue 5 and issue 1. So I thought that was a really good deal, and I'm happy to have that. My nephew does not have this one as a collection, I think, so I'll probably save it to him to trade or something for later on, but pretty cool. My second LCS, he has a lot of new stock. It's either every week or every other week. He gets probably, I'm gonna say, about 5 to 7 short boxes, new stuff that he puts. He says it's new stock and he puts it on the tables, and there's nothing priced. He pretty much, it's anything from $1 to $3. He just says, oh, that's $3, it's $2, it's $1. That's how I got the gold Wildcats #1. I got that for $1, guys. Was it $1? For 4. I can't remember what that one was. You'd have to go back in my videos, but that was, we'll just say under 5. And you know, that's a $80, $100 book or whatever it is now. But they had Harbinger #1 in there, guys. Harbinger, and this had a $1 price tag. This was a consignment book. It wasn't even the owner's. And when I brought this up there, he's like, isn't that crazy? He's like, I told the owner. And so I said to him, I was like, well, why didn't you buy it off him for the $1 and then just mark it up 50 bucks? You're a store, you gotta prevail, you gotta make money. I was like, I don't know how you're making money if you're letting deals go to waste like that. Excuse me. So I was shocked on it. It had a $1 price tag, guys. You could clearly see it's not a 9.8, but it's definitely up there. It's probably a 9.0, 9.2, but still for $1, baby. This is Harbinger 1. This came out January 1992. Valiant Comics. Jim Shooter's story. David Lapham and John Dixon art. David Lapham and Bob Layton cover. First appearance of Harbinger, the team of Sting, Chris, Zephyr, Flamingo, and Torque, guys. All right, we're down to our last 3 books. I thought about keeping these 2 books in my collection, but when I really thought about it, I said, do I really want these in there when they're beautiful books for me to sell at Comic-Cons, and you know, then I could trade up for better condition books that I have that I could really collect and stuff like that. But anyway, this is Avengers 48, guys. This is Avengers 48. This came out January 1968. Roy Thomas story, George Tuska cover and art. Dane Whitman becomes the new Black Knight. Magneto and Toad appearance. Beautiful, beautiful. This is probably a 7.5, probably 7.580 copy. And I was like, yeah, you know, whatever. I never read his comics or nothing, but so here's the one I kind of struggle with because I love Juggernaut, guys, and I thought about it. This is X-Men 13. This came out, September 1965. Stan Lee story, Warner Roth and Joe Sinnott art, Jack Kirby cover and layouts. This is the second appearance of the Juggernaut, Human Torch appearance, and Matt Murdock cameo. So the Human Torch, if you haven't read this, the Human Torch helps trap Juggernaut in a pit, and they team up on him and yada yada. They end up taking off his helmet, and Professor X gets to him. But anyway, this was the second appearance, and I decided, like, you know what? I do want this. I don't have a first appearance, so I was happy to have this. And this is probably It probably was an 8.0 copy with off-white to white pages, and then this happened, guys. So it was just so brittle. I finally took it out and I looked at it closely, and I didn't even touch it. I'm super careful and cautious with my books, especially higher grade ones, and I put it in the sleeve, and I swear to God, it just holding the book like the vibration or something, and it just fell right off that piece. And having that there, honestly, makes me not want to keep it. And I know it's crazy to say, but because it's still a second appearance, and it's a beautiful copy. But that part just don't sit right with me. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. And then, last but not least, I picked this book up. I always use the Key Collector app. It's a good source. It's a good reference. I price all my stuff on cover price. I use eBay sold sales, eBay listings. I use for CGC, like if I want to look up all the details on this, I'll go to a CGC label, or I'll go to just the different sites, just the stuff to see, the references, we'll say, just so I could see who worked on the book and all that good stuff. And then one of the categories was like underwater, it might still be on there, underwater covers. And then this one showed up, guys. Look at that. You know what this is. So it showed up, and I said, oh my God, that is a beautiful cover. And then I researched it, looked at it. I said, oh wow, it looks like the regular size comic. And no, it's the same thing. Look at a Marvel Super Special. So let me tell you about this. This is Marvel Super Special number 6. This came out in 1978. Richard Marshall story, Bob Larkin cover, Gene Colan and Tom Palmer art. This is Jaws 2 movie adaptation. So, fun fact is, this is the first appearance of Jaws in a comic, the movie adaptation. The funny thing is, it's Jaws number 2. Isn't that crazy? They had to wait. So Jaws 1, because this came out, this says 1978. I'll put it down here when Jaws 1 came out. And it must have did good, and then they decided just to do Jaws 2. Because I think Jaws 2, I thought that came out in 80, 82, something like that. I'll put that there too. And this is 1978, so maybe this was out before Jaws 2, the movie. This came out right after Jaws 1. It did so well. So anyway, this book, I saw people had this on Whatnot. $140 for low grades, 3.0s, 4.5s. One guy had a VF Plus. I think he had it for $175. And then this one guy said it was a potential 9496 with a press. But this is a hard cardstock cover, so to press something like this, I wouldn't take my chances. I'd pass on it, because this stuff, if this creases or bends, you're not getting that out. No way. This crushes. So I found a guy. I said, you know what? I'm going to look for a nice copy for myself. I went on eBay. I looked all around, and I saw how clean this copy was. It looked good in the pictures. He had it priced at, I think, $120 or something, and it was shipping from Canada for like 24 or 18, something like that. I made him an offer, and I asked him, I said, would you be willing to entertain an offer? He's like, yeah, shoot me an offer. And I messaged him, and I said, would you take 75? I'd have to look at my receipt, but overall, it came to $82 shipped. It was like $75, and then he lowered the shipping price. It came to $82 shipped, guys. And then look at, when I got this, look at how clean this book is. I was so, oh my God. Look at that. This thing is crispy. So the only defects is, you see it, what's that? Like one here. So it has a few little spine ticks, and then I think a little one right here. I don't know if that's but that's it out of this whole book, guys. So who cares? A 9 or higher, say 9.2. Jeez, right? So really, and to ship this, like, it was probably like $10. So I really paid like $65 for this book, guys. And I'm just pumped to have this in my collection. It's too big, is it? Yeah, oh, it'd be a tight squeeze. Let me see. I might be able to get in there. It may be a tight squeeze, but it'll definitely be framed somewhere. But that's all I have for you guys. Oh my God, this is a 20-minute video. Hope I didn't bore you. If you like it, please hit that like button, guys. Again, respect the hunt, collect with purpose. Guys, be patient with your dealings. Be patient, because nothing but good comes from it. Nothing but good. All these were deals, guys. This is insane. Insane, guys. You guys could do it. Anyone could do it. You just be patient. Don't rush to have it in your hands and all that goofy stuff. So, again, guys, stay safe out there. Until next time. Peace.